Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I passed NCLEX with 75 questions, and you can too. Alright, let's start. Well, after I completed nursing school, I felt like I needed a break because it was so hard, so I took a week's break. After my break ended, I just went to a NCLEX review called Nclex Junkie with Miss Sonia Gayat. She pretty much went over everything, and she felt that after I completed the NCLEX review, she felt that I was ready to take the actual NCLEX. So I studied from. I read the comprehensive review for the Nclex PN green book, because I felt like it had more information than the Nclex-rn Saunders book. So I just read from the Saunders Nclex PN green book. I read from the book, but I didn't do any questions from the book because I felt like the questions were very basic. So all of my questions, I did them from UWorld. UWorld to me felt like I was taking the actual test. So UWorld and the actual NCLEX have the same format. So you can take a practice test. When you feel you're ready, you can take a test from UWorld where you get timed and everything. So it felt like the test. And after that, 2 weeks before I went and took the actual test, I listened to Klimek. He gave test-taking strategies, a lot of information, so that helped me a lot. When I got to the test, my weakness was psych. I dreaded psych questions and calculations, and my whole test was psych questions, but I didn't get any calculations, thank God. So my whole test was psych questions. I had 2 EKG questions. I didn't have no pharmacology calculation questions. I had some OB, a little bit of skills, and half of my tests I got select or data apply questions, about 50 of them or more. So my test was pretty much management and leadership. That's why I think UWorld so much, because when I was doing practice questions, I also clicked management and leadership. So that really helped me, because it was kind of like the same format when I went and took the test. So it was a breeze. When I went to take the test, it's like I was seeing UWorld. It's like I was doing UWorld questions. And my techniques when I was studying before the test, I would plan my whole week from a calendar. I would plan my whole week, and it just helped me to organize everything. I would study something every day and do questions every day. I took many breaks. One mistake I made at the beginning, I just would study the whole day and do questions the whole day, and I would feel burned out. Sometimes I didn't even eat. I was scared to take a break because I felt like I was missing something. I would miss something, or I would miss something. So what I did, and when I didn't take a break, I didn't remember anything. I would have to start all over again. So I started taking breaks, many breaks. Every time I would read, do questions, and then I took a break. I would go out, do something, and I would come back and move on to the next, and the same thing every day. So it's very important to take breaks. Don't just study the whole day, because you're not going to remember anything. So take breaks and make sure you understand what you're reading, what you're studying, and do questions, do your rationales. That really helps. And I also studied from index cards to I did labs and medications from index cards. To remember, like medications, I could never remember medications. I would study medications from the book, and then I would forget. So what I did, I would use index cards. I would study from index cards to remember, and that really helped. And the labs as well. And I didn't study from so many books. I just had one book, because studying from a bunch of books would get you confused, especially the labs. Each book have different lab ranges. So it's better to study from one book. If you feel you're comfortable with Mosby, study from Mosby, just one book, and just study your labs and medications from there. If you feel you're comfortable with Kaplan, study from Kaplan. If you're comfortable with Lippincott, study from, strictly Lippincott. What I did, I felt Saunders was really easy to comprehend, so I just read from there and did questions. I didn't do questions from Saunders. I just did all of my questions from UWorld, and UWorld really, really helped me. When I got to the test, it felt like I was doing another UWorld question, so that really helped me. And that's it. Again, I just did Nclex review. I studied from the comprehensive review for the Nclex PN green book, and then I did all of my questions from UWorld. And then 2 weeks before I took the test, I just listened to Mark Klimek, and I passed with 75 questions. And you can too. Just use a strategy that works for you, because everybody's different, and you'll make it. Don't go to a bunch of different sources, because you'll get confused. Use one source, like one book. Study from that one book. Do questions if you want to from a different book, and then you'll be fine. Make sure you take breaks. Make sure you go out and have fun, but remember to study, pray, and go take your test, and you'll pass. Believe in yourself. Surround yourself with positive people, and after that, you'll make it. When you take your test, it'll be a breeze. If you study, you get yourself ready, and you know all your contents, that's it. If you know your contents, you study, you understand everything you read, and you did questions. You have to do questions to pass Nclex. You did your questions, you understand, you read your rationales, then you'll be fine. You don't need a lot of sources to study from or do questions from. Just pick one or two things to study from or do questions, and you'll be fine. Okay, this is how I pass. These are tips on how I pass my Nclex with 75 questions. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.